Well, Gary, we're ready to check out the Hall of Fame here. Walk us through where we are right now and what we're getting ready to look at.
Well, you would run into this basically when you come into the museum. A small part of the exhibit is on the first floor, and this particular section right here is sort of a homage to one of Michigan's great poster artists, Gary Grimshaw. And Gary Grimshaw did a lot of the poster work for the Grandy Ballroom, and these posters that you see on the wall here, some of these are very, very valuable. They were loaned to us by Stephen Kahn, a collector from Ann Arbor, who I knew back in my college days at Central Michigan University.
Okay, now you also have a portion where you highlight the rock and roll legends of the UP. How important was that for you to kind of like put in place?
I think it was really great because a lot of people probably don't realize that there was a big music scene going on in the Upper Peninsula. I mean, all the attention, and fairly so, is sort of towards Southeast Michigan because of Motown, of course, and the Grandy Ballroom and all the bands that came out of that particular scene. But it was a real interesting story of the music in the Upper Peninsula as well. So we have 3 bands, and they were all voted in when we were inducting artists and individuals through an online vote. So the Riot Squad were from Escanaba. The Excels formed at Northern Michigan University in Marquette. And one of the real early Upper Peninsula bands were the Galaxies from Ironwood. You can't get too much farther west in Michigan than Ironwood.
Well, Gary, we got to the main Hall of Fame area. Oh my gosh, there's so many photos here. How many people have been inducted into the Hall of Fame?
As of last year, we have 129 inductees into the Hall of Fame.
Well, you want to walk us through some of the folks that are on here that may stand out?
Well, I'll tell you,
see
Sonny Bono. A lot of people don't realize that Sonny Bono was born in Detroit.
No, I didn't know that.
Right.
Wow.
He lived in Detroit, I think, until he was about 18. Moved out to California, and that's when he got involved in the recording business. Eventually meet Cher, you know, but 4 or 5 years later, they form a partnership. And, you know, had all those hits and the TV show and so on. But yeah, he grew up in Detroit.
Well, if people want to know more information, tell them how they can find it.
Well, you can go to the Bay County Historical Society's website. You can also go to MichiganRockandRollLegends.com, my website, and that's where you would find in-depth biographies of all the inductees, plus other interesting stories, like the whole story of Frankie Lyman's tombstone, which is, that's one of the all-time great rock and roll stories.
Yes, that is a great story. Well, Gary, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you again. It's such a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for coming.